Hello everyone, and welcome to Knife Craze. Today we're going to be talking about straight edge, serrated edge, and combination edges when it comes to knives. Now, there's a lot of talk out there. Some people say a straight edge is better because it's easier to sharpen and it's more simple. Some people say a serrated edge is better because it offers more of a bite when it comes to cutting. And some people say a combination edge is better because you get the best of both worlds. But I'd like to dive into this issue today, put it to the test, and find out what's the truth. Now, of course, everybody's opinions are going to differ. You could watch this whole video. We could come to the conclusion that a straight edge is better, and you might disagree. Or it could be the complete opposite, and you might agree. But I just want to put it to the test for you guys today, just so you can see these different types of edges in action, and you can draw your own conclusions. Alright, so starting off, we have a straight edge knife. That's at the very top. That's the Buck 875. It has a straight edge, drop point edge. That's a folding knife. In the middle, we have a dollar store brand, fully serrated Spyderco looking knockoff. And at the bottom, we have the SOG we have the SOG Seal Pup, which is a combination edge. Now, quickly, let me just explain to you what these are in case you're new to knives and you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so a straight edge is this one up here. The edge on the knife is the silver part you see. See the silver line? That's the edge. See how there's no bumps on it? At least not ones we can see. This is a straight edge. This is your oldest and most basic of all edges. This is a serrated edge. Serrations are kind of like little upside down mountains on the bottom of your knife blade. They're really bumpy and they give a lot of bite into whatever you're cutting. This is a combination edge, which means you get a straight edge and those bumpy little serrations at the bottom. Now let me just say that all serration patterns are different. Now some are similar, such as these two right here. They're actually quite similar. You have a big loop, then you have two tiny little bumps, and then another loop, and then two more tiny little bumps. Alright? But, like I said, serration patterns, they can differ greatly. Anyway, we're going to put this to the test today. What is better? So, I got some shoelace here, and we're going to start out using the straight edge. Just going to move these knives aside. So, let me tell you right now, I have a lot of confidence that straight edge is going to be able to cut this better. But, let's see. Okay, so that got through that fairly easily. Really no resistance at all. And it cut it pretty clean. Now, let's try the serrations. That had a lot of resistance and it cut through it pretty rough. Really messy cut. So I think when it comes to cutting things like strain and rope and whatnot, you're definitely going to want a straight edge. Just leaves a much cleaner cut. It allows you to slice through the material much easier. But what if you're not cutting rope? What if you need a knife for a different purpose? Alright? What if you're carrying a knife for self-defense? And let's say you live in a country where you're not governed by a fascist government under an idiot named Trudeau who doesn't want you to protect yourself using a weapon. Let's say you live in the good old United States and you're in a state that allows knife carry, that allows you to protect yourself with a knife. What do you want to go for? A straight edge? A serrated edge? A combination edge? Well, I sure as fucking gonna cut myself on video just for your entertainment. Excuse my language. But, in my opinion, I think a serrated edge would be better. Because it offers so much more bite, if you were to slash somebody with this over this, I think, even at this size, this knife is going to cause far greater damage. Because it's not going to slice flesh, it's going to tear it. That's all we're going to go into about the flesh slicing stuff. Let's focus on the utilitarian aspect of knives. So, I just did a cut test using these two. Let's talk about the combination edge. A lot of people like combination edges for one reason. Combination. They get a fancy tactical knife like this and they think, oh yeah, I get the combination edge, then I can, you know, I'm a mall ninja. I can cut throats with the straight edge, and I can cut my way out of handcuffs with the serrated edge. No, don't be like that. Don't be a mall ninja. Those people are nerds. They're geeks. The only reason why you should get a combination edge is if you're putting a knife into your bug out bag, I think, because there could be some benefit to having serrations. I know for a fact when I used to kick around the forest a lot, the serrations came in a lot of handy for marking my path. I had a K-Bar 1218, which is essentially the classic USMC knife, only it has serrations back here, just like this one. And to mark my path, I would use the serrations to saw off a piece of bark off a tree to mark my path. So I think they do come in handy. So yeah, I think a combination edge like this is good for a bug out bag, for a tactical knife. Or even on a multi-tool, because then you have something you can saw with and something you can slice with. So I think combination edges are pretty good. But let me show you a problem with the combination edge. Even though you have a straight edge up there, when slicing through rope, a lot of the force is going to be put down here. That's where you always want to set the thing you're trying to cut. That way you have the whole blade to drag across it. But watch what happens when I try using a combination edge. Yeah, it got through it, but that took a lot of force and it made a very messy cut. And considering I'm starting the cut back here, it's going to have to travel over the serrations, making a very messy cut, most likely breaking before it ever reaches the straight edge. So, what do you choose? A combination edge, a serrated edge, or a straight edge? In my opinion, it's all about what you're carrying a knife for. I carry a knife as a tool, so a lot of the time I like to have the ability to cut through something that's rough, where the serrations come in, or to cleanly slice through something which doesn't require too much force, where the straight edge comes in. So for that, I tend to carry either the black buck or my Leatherman Wingman multi-tool, which has a combination edge, right? But if you're carrying for self-defense, I'd say go for the serrations. Somebody's trying to rob you, I say they deserve to get carved up. But if you're putting a knife into a bug out bag, why not go for a combination edge? That way you can have something to saw with and something to slice with. And that's what my conclusion has come to today. There wasn't much of a test, it was more of a talk, but anyway, that's what I think. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you wish to see more content in the future, subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.